Welcome to Theology in 3. Pastor Michael Feeling with you, and today we're going to be talking about Noah's covenant. Theologians call this the Noahic covenant, and this is a promise that God made to Noah for all of humanity. But first, let's quickly define what is a covenant. In the Bible, in the ancient Near East, a covenant was a sacred contract between two parties. What we see in Scripture is that God makes covenants or sacred promises with his people. He makes all different kinds of covenants. We've already talked about the Old Covenant, the Abrahamic covenant, the New Covenant, but today we're going to be talking about the Noahic covenant. Let's learn 4 encouraging truths about Noah's covenant. Number 1, the Noahic covenant was not just for Noah and his family, but it was actually a covenant that God made with all of creation. Listen to Genesis chapter 9, verse 12 and 13. God said, "This is the sign of the covenant that I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for all generations. I have set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth." And so this is not just a promise that God made to Noah and to his family, but with all of creation for all generations. Number 2, the Noahic covenant was not a promise to never destroy the earth again, but to never destroy the earth again with water. That's a really important distinction. Genesis 9:11, here's what God says: "I establish my covenant with you that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth." Now, what's important about this is that we see in the New Testament that God will destroy the earth again, but this time he will do it with fire after the second coming of Jesus Christ. Now, number 3, the Noahic covenant is an unconditional covenant. Here's what this means. In the Bible, there are generally 2 kinds of covenants. One is conditional. This is what the old Mosaic covenant is, meaning if you obey me, I will bless you. The blessing is conditional on obedience. And if you disobey me, I will curse you. The cursings are also conditional on disobedience. This is an unconditional covenant, meaning there are no conditions. It is a one-way forever promise between God, from God to Noah, his family, all of creation, and to every one of us. And to remind us of this promise, every time it rains, a rainbow is in the sky, which brings us to truth and encouragement number 4. The rainbow is God's forever covenant sign that the rain will stop. Could you imagine the second time it rained after the flood, wondering, is it happening again? But God promised that this would never happen again. It's going to rain until Jesus comes back, but never again will the entire earth be flooded and destroyed by water. Genesis 9:16, "When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth."